Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this cosine graph problem. As per the problem, graph one cycle of the trigonometry function y equals 10 times cosine of 5 pi over 6x minus 80. So this is a transformed cosine function. The parent function is y equals cos x. The general equation of a transformed cosine function is in this equation, a, b, h, and k are the constants that cause the transformation for the parent function. Different teachers use different letters for these constants, but their rules are the same. We should compare the given equation with this general equation to find the values of a, b, h, and k for the given equation. So if we compare these two equations, we can see that a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5 pi over 6, h is equal to 0 because there is no number with x in the parentheses, and k is equal to negative 80. So these are the a, b, h, and k values we'll use to graph the given function. We will use these values in the mapping rule. So we'll use the mapping rule method to graph this function. The mapping rule is next we can sub in the values. We can simplify this expression by flipping the fraction 5 pi over 6 that's in the denominator. So this is the mapping rule for this given transformed function. Next, we'll create a table of values for the parent function. The period of cosine function is 2 pi. We can use the x values for key points for the cosine function in the first cycle. The corresponding y values are next, we should use these x and y values and the mapping rule to find the points that lie on the given transformed function. So we have to create a new table of values. The x values are based on the x coordinate rule in the mapping formula. And the y values are based on the y coordinate rule from the mapping formula. We will use the x and y values from the table of values for the parent function. So let's start with the first point, 0, 1. we'll use the x value as 0. So 6 over 5 pi times 0 will be equal to 0. For the y coordinate, we'll sub in y as 1 for the first point. 10 times 1 minus 80 is equal to negative 70. So the first point on the transformed function is 0, negative 70. Now we'll use the second point from the parent function table of values. We'll sub in x as pi over 2. So 6 over 5 pi times pi over 2 will be equal to 3 over 5. So I can show you the steps for that. We can cancel out the pi's. We can reduce the 6 and 2. So we get 3 over 5. Now we can sub in y as 0 because for the second point y is 0. So we'll sub in y as 0 in 10y minus 80. So 10 times 0 minus 80 is equal to negative 80. The second point is 3 over 5, negative 80. Now we can use the third point, pi negative 1. So we'll sub in x as pi. So 6 over 5 pi times pi will be equal to 6 over 5. The pi's will get cancelled out. And now we'll sub in y as negative 1. So 10 times negative 1 minus 80 will be equal to negative 90. Now we can use the fourth point, 3 pi over 2, 0. So we'll sub in x as 3 pi over 2. So 6 over 5 pi times 3 pi over 2 will be equal to 9 over 5. And the y value will be 10 times 0 minus 80, which is equal to negative 80. Now we can use the fifth point, 2 pi 1. So we'll sub in x as 2 pi. 6 over 5 pi times 2 pi will be equal to 12 over 5. The pi's will get cancelled out and we'll sub in y as 1. 10 times 1 minus 80 is equal to negative 70. So these are the points, the 5 points that lie on the given transformed function. Now we should plot these 5 points to get the graph for one cycle of this function. The first step is to show the scale. Now the scale should be drawn on the x and the y axis based on the numbers in the table of values. If we analyze the x numbers 0, 3 over 5, 6 over 5, 9 over 5, 12 over 5, these numbers go up by 3 over 5. So we can show these numbers on the x-axis and they are all positive numbers. Next, we can draw the scale on the y-axis. The y numbers range from negative 70 to negative 90. Negative 90 being the lowest value and negative 70 being the highest value. We should show the scale in such a way that there is not much empty space in the graph. So we can jump the scale on the y-axis. So we can use this squiggly mark. So we can start with negative 70, negative 80. So these are the three values we need to show on the y-axis to plot these points. So let's start with the first point, 0, negative 70. So this point is on the y-axis. It's over here. 3 over 5, negative 80. That's here. 6 over 5, negative 90. That's here. 9 over 5, negative 80. That's here. And then 12 over 5, negative 70. That'll be here. Now we have to join these points. The graph should look like a wave because it's a cos function. So this can be the graph of this given transform function. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.